It's the Brad and John Show.
It is the Brad and John Show. Today's date is October 10th. It's 10/10/2025. This is the C Block. And by the way, John, take your headphones off just for a minute. And
alrighty.
We have a caller into the show, who just has explained to me why my name was removed from that petition. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear Dorothy.
Sir, go ahead. You're on the air.
Don't be bamboozled.
I was bamboozled, John. That's what it was.
You almost got bamboozled. I looked up in the break. We discussed a biblical verse. And I hate to say I was right, Brad, but I was right. The rejected stone is now the cornerstone. Comes from Psalm 118. And it's also in the book of Acts. And famously in the Guru song, You Know My Steez, which is from the 98 album, I believe, Moment of Truth by Gang Starr.
Okay. I'm going to throw one at you, which you're not going to be able to answer.
I'm ready. Is it Elaine Page?
What number one song, and I'll give you a little clue here, between a duet with a man and a woman had the word steez in it as well, too?
Oh, that was the Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton classic, Islands in the Steez. Islands in the Steez.
No.
That is what we are.
It was the Nelly and what's her name? Kelly Knowles song.
Oh, yeah. I dislike that song. That was a white girl song.
Dilemma. So a white girl song? How do you consider that a white girl song?
Yeah, it was like the kind of thing that Brad Hildebrand would be like, I love rap music. You like that, Nelly? Brad, I'm so pleased today to be able to play our fifth and final installment of The Life of a Political Showgirl. Can you get a drop ready for us, Brad?
Yeah. Do you really want me to do? What's the drop? Tell me what drop.
It is a woman who appeared on Scott Farms This Week in Missouri Politics, and sometimes you play it as the intro to our show. She happens to be an attorney and a state senator. Do you know who it is?
Yes. Take your headphones off. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I don't even know where to start from all of the things that have been said that are just wrong.
It's MEC.
That's fantastic.
It's MEC.
You are on top of it today. Today, we will be discussing Mary Elizabeth Coleman, the state senator from Senate District 22. And, Brad, here's a fun fact about Mary Elizabeth Coleman. You ready for this one?
Is she going to give us her opinion on wood? Is that what she's going to do?
Brad.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Brad, come on. I know that for Halloween, you're going in your drag costume as Tawdry Hepburn.
That's right.
But there's no reason to talk about wood on this show. Fun fact about Mary Elizabeth Coleman, I'll be solipsistic and make this all about me. We talk about MEC all the time on the show. We play her drops. She's kind of unofficially, or maybe officially, the matron saint of the Brad and John Show. Do you know I've met Mary Elizabeth 3 times in my whole life? I've only met her 3 times in person. Can you believe that, Brad?
I can.
Yeah, I mean, with the exception of going to Jeff City to do Scott's show 3 times in 2024, I hadn't been to Jeff City since 2009. No, but just to document, because I'm wildly obsessive compulsive and I document these things. I met MEC and her husband in 2020. I met up with a buddy of mine named Clayton, and her and her husband Chris were there at some other sort of event. So I said hi to her and her husband there, just met him briefly. I met her at an event in 2022 put together by the incomparable Casey Burns, and her and Chris were there. And then I met her and Chris, I saw them again at an event in 2023. So we talk about MEC all the time, but it's funny because there's so many political people that I just never have actually met in person. So I've only been graced by the presence of Chris and Mary Elizabeth 3 times in my life, Brad.
You know, and it's interesting because some people don't realize that Mary Elizabeth, when you normally hear her, she talks very succinctly. But sometimes when she's up, she's tried to get gerrymandering so she could actually be she's running for U.S. Congress. A lot of people don't know about this. She's going to jump into the race and she's going to run against Cori Bush and what's his name again?
Wesley Bell.
Wesley Bell. Here's her practicing her routine in North County. Take your headphones off a little bit, John. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
That's Mary Elizabeth Coleman up in North County.
Oh, Brad. Brad, enough with the pomp and circumstance. Are you ready to play
Yeah, go ahead.
The Life of a Political Showgirl?
Here, we only got 10 minutes, so we go in a hurry. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's do it. Quote number 1. It'll break your heart. At least you know exactly who your friends are.
That's got to be Taylor.
The correct answer is Taylor Swift. Good job, Brad.
I got the first one
That's
already.
from the song Canceled. That might be my favorite song off the album. Okay, you're 1-0. And as a reminder to folks, if you're just joining us, Brad's his high watermark this week is 8-2.
Right.
Which he did on the Kara Spencer quiz.
And my low
Question
water...
number 2, I should say, quote number 2. They say I'm bad news. I just say, thanks.
I'd say that's Mary Elizabeth Coleman.
The correct answer is Taylor Swift.
Oh, darn.
It's from the song Elizabeth Taylor, which might be the catchiest song. That one gets stuck in my head more than others. Okay, you're 1-1, Brad. Number 3. Not true, and it stings and it hurts.
Camellia Peterson.
The correct answer is Camellia Peterson. Correct, Brad. No, is it Taylor? You want me to read it again?
No, I say that's Taylor.
The correct answer is Mary Elizabeth Coleman.
Oh, man, I'm doing bad now.
She was talking about last-minute campaign attacks and how ridiculous some of them are. Okay, you're all right, Brad. You still have time to turn it around. Number 4. Put up pizza boxes to keep people from looking.
Man, that's a tough... I don't think that's a Taylor. That's got to be Mary Elizabeth Coleman.
The correct answer is Mary Elizabeth Coleman. Good job, Brad. You're back to 500 now. I love it. She was talking about election security.
I thought
you don't want to have a situation when people are recounting ballots where they have to put up the pizza boxes. Okay, number 5.
John, hold on. I thought she was talking
ahead,
about when Dave Portnoy was in town. I thought that was what that was about. No.
Yeah, that was not when Portnoy was here doing the one slice challenge. Number 5. You think it comes off vicious, but it's precious.
Taylor.
The correct answer is Taylor Swift. Good job, Brad. That's from Actually Romantic. Probably my second favorite song. There's one word in there that when I'm in the car with the kids, I gotta turn it off because it's wildly inappropriate. Okay, Brad, you're 3-2. You're doing very well. Number 6. When you know, you know. And when you don't, you don't.
Taylor.
The correct answer is Taylor Swift. Very good, Brad. That's from the song Opalite. That's one of those songs that I turn off because it's a little bit emotional for me. Song number 7. Excuse me. Lyric number 7, or quote number 7. I grew up thinking that everybody should take their turn.
Mary Elizabeth Coleman.
The correct answer is Mary Elizabeth Coleman. Good job, Brad.
I am 5-2 right now. Can you believe that, John?
Yes, no, wait a minute. Oh, yes, you are. You are 5-2. Okay. Next one. A temporary speed bump, but failure brings you freedom.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say Mary Elizabeth Coleman.
The correct answer is Taylor Swift from the song Opalite.
Darn it. 5-3.
That's okay, Brad. You're pretty good. Now, you said that everybody should take their turn. You said that was MEC, right?
Right.
Okay, good. I want to make sure that we got that one right. You know, I don't want to be like Dominion and count a vote wrong. Okay, you have 2 more left.
Or you don't want to be like Steve Harvey and give the wrong contestant. Remember that thing? You remember that story?
No, I don't remember that. What does he host?
Steve Harvey did like the Miss America contest or something like that. And
you're right. He named the wrong person,
right,
didn't he?
He named the wrong woman. Somehow the envelopes got mixed up or something like that. And they had to do like a do-over or something like that.
That was Steve. Like the time that you were named the winner of the Miss Augusta contest. Do you remember that?
That's right. No, that was the time when I got voted into the St. Louis Media Hall of Fame, and as I got up to the podium, they go, "Oh, there's been a mistake. It's not actually Brad."
They're right. They're like, "We meant to give this to your brother."
It's Diane Jones. That's what they said.
Oh, Brad. Okay, we have 2 more left. Let's stay on track here. Too much for them to handle. He's too handsome, I guess.
Taylor.
The correct answer is Mary Elizabeth Coleman.
Oh, my God.
She was discussing her husband, Chris. She was on Scott's This Week in Missouri Politics back in, I think it was back in March. I'm pretty sure it was back in March. And she was talking about, MEC had protesters, Palestine protesters, coming to her house, standing outside of her house, yelling at her for being presumably pro-Israel. And she said her husband, Chris, would just get out there, and one day he was just mowing the lawn. And so they have some family pictures of a bunch of Palestine protesters just yelling while Chris is out there just mowing the lawn. And I thought that's like the sweetest quote.
Can I tell you?
Too much. Go ahead, Brad.
I tell you an inside story. You don't believe this, but I know Scott. No, Chris. Chris is his name, right?
Yeah. You know him so well. You know his name, right?
I know Chris. Matter of fact,
yeah.
when we were younger, we used to get together and listen to show tunes together. So.
Oh, wow. How dare you besmirch Chris Coleman? Not in this house, Brad.
Okay, no problem.
Too much for them to handle. He's too handsome, I guess. I like that quote. Okay, number 10. Now, by my count, you are what, Brad? I'm not a math guy.
I'm 5 and 4. 5 and 4. I'm okay. Right now I'm above 500.
Yeah, you still have a shot of being well over 500. The last one. They want it all. They want that complex female character.
Is that Taylor?
The correct answer is Taylor Swift from the song Wish List. I thought I was going to trick you on that one, Brad. That sounds like such a Mary Elizabeth quote.
6 and 4. And she's not running for re-election. Why is that, John? Why? She's first termer, isn't she? She's first termer?
Well, she'll end up serving 8 years in the legislature. And here's why. She did a good job, of course, explaining it on Scott Vaughn's This Week in Missouri Politics special episode. In fact, she announced the story through the Missouri Times' Jake Croson, or Jake had the exclusive, I think I should say. And then she went on Scott's show to talk about it. She was first elected. She flipped a Democrat seat. And when Democrats had first won that state rep seat, Nancy Pelosi, of all people, well, Nancy doesn't know how to use Twitter, but Nancy's campaign said, "This is the tip of the blue wave, and it started in Ruby Red, Jefferson County. Can I please trade my NVIDIA options?" No, but Nancy Pelosi was celebrating the Democrat win in a state rep district. Mary Elizabeth flipped it. And even better, she not only flipped that seat, but she took it off the map for Democrats, a resounding victory for MEC. And Brad, she's serving 1 year because, well, there's a lot of reasons. And I think she would talk to you if you go back and you listen to the episode. She talks a little bit about her family. She talks about the fact that she can still be involved in public policy without driving to Jeff City every week, without being a state senator. And she announced so early, out of respect to the folks that would like to serve in that seat, so that they had time to start raising money, getting a campaign together, things like that. So Mary Elizabeth, I'm certain, is not finished with a career in the public policy realm. Life is an issue that's important to her. People associate her with fighting for life. She says there's no more important issue today than fighting for the lives of the unborn. And there will be a spirited primary in that seat. Jim Avery is running for that seat, who I think you know. And I'm sure Mary Elizabeth's handprint, fingerprint, whatever you want to call it, an eventual endorsement of one of those candidates will put them over the top.
John, I'm gonna make you jealous, and you might want to move your headphones back a little bit. But
okay, I'm ready.
I've met Mary Elizabeth Coleman probably 22, 23 times, and every time I meet her, she looks me deep in my eyes and says,
"What would you do with a brain if you had one?"
You would probably play the same tired clip over and over. And we should give a shout out to MEC because according to my research, I look back and look at this. Back like 2 years ago, MEC on Twitter put forth the idea, do you think people could ever tell the difference between TS Eliot quotes and Taylor Swift lyrics? Brad, maybe that subconsciously influenced me over the last few years. Maybe I actually got this idea from the matron saint of the Brad and John show, Mary Elizabeth Coleman. Wouldn't that be something?
And do you know that T.S. Eliot, you know what one of his favorite books was? One of his big-time selling books?
What? Oh, I know what it was. Fastfoodmediet.com.
No, it was Mahogany. That was one of his favorite books that he wrote. did real well.
If that's a joke, I don't get it. Is that about black men's wood?
Why would no? You know what that's about? That's about me going into a North County Schnucks parking lot and having two white women tell me that I'm going to sign a petition, but then they scratch my name off.
Yeah, for your next birthday, I'm going to get you a card from Hallmark's Mahogany collection. You know, that's a collection that's only for people like me, people of color.
John, I'm going to tell you something. We're going to go a little bit late here, but I'm going to give you a compliment.
Well, I got to get a kid to school, so let's chop.
Chop, chop. I had to go to a group, but I'm not going to go today. I've been having some mental illness issues, and you know what? This show either helps me or hurts me. Which one said that? Was that Mary Elizabeth Coleman or Taylor Swift?
It was definitely Camellia Peterson.
Who came to see me yesterday, and I was gone already. Camellia, thank you so much. But
I know, Brad. Camellia, it's great for you to go visit the nursing home where Brad was.
She came by, and you know what? As she walked in the door, she looked at me and she said, "Brad,
What would you do with a brain if you had one?"
John, talk to you on Monday.
See you Monday, Brad.